lichess.org. Hello. I'm just here to fill the white and black squares with love. And the micro panda as well. Hello, 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 hello. So anyway, a little bit of panda for you guys since the real panda is in Budapest. Welcome to Bob Sacamano Zen Chess. Asterbait is not here yet, strangely. JCS, thanks for being a moderator. And Soltico is feeling a little better, so maybe we'll have two mods in the stream lately. Guys, we're doing a blitz arena, so that's the theme of the day. We're starting in just 13 minutes, so it's going to be underway soon. I feel like I'm gonna start coughing. So had a nice walk in the foggy wilderness today. I went to the dentist to resolve a billing issue, and as I pulled into the driveway of my dentist, there was this flock of wild turkeys. So many so that it was like I thought I was going to like a safari park or something. Like I literally couldn't pull into the dentist parking lot because there were like 10 turkeys in the driveway. It's getting out of control. They're even on cars. You know, I mean, it's crazy here. Anyway, we are ready to get started in 10 minutes, or 12 minutes rather, in the Sparklehorse arena, guys. Please join the arena. I'm going to post it here on Twitch. Make sure I got it correctly. I'm clicking and copying and posting things. Copy, post. Copy, paste, post. Post. There it is. Alright. lichess.org tournament. Do I live in the 1700s block? There was a funny... I live on the second floor. There was a funny incident in Slovenia once. I was at this tournament where there was this young Slovenian who's now Grandmaster Luka Lenic. And one player, Nevednici, was teasing him, JCS, about that song, you know, my name is Luka, and I live on the second floor. But the funny thing was that JCS mentioned, do I live in the 1700s? You just made me remember this story. What floor do you live on? He asked to Luka Lenic. Lenic was like, what? What do you mean? And then he started to sing the song. Nevednici's a character. Anyway, Spectacular Camel, welcome all you guys. We've got a tournament underway in 10 minutes. Sparklehorse Zen Chess. Zen Chess is like my best friend in high school. He used to like ace tests, and he would always say he was going to fail before the test started. Right. Zen Chess said he's going to play badly in the tournament. That's like you set yourself a very low bar. You know, nothing could go wrong, and then you like do really well. Okay, Zen Chess, 10-year-old. He's pretty solid. Shinsia. Why is Shinsia familiar to me? Alright. Yabatas, Morales, Weiss Monsters, and Stuck. Spectacular Camel couldn't get enough chess. He just came home from the chess club, and now he's here in our virtual chess club. I found out my secret. Yeah, that was my joke in high school with my friend. We used to bet each other money. It was basically like a kind of insurance, almost like putting insurance, you know, in blackjack. Basically, that the dealer might get blackjack or whatever. You bet, like, I'll bet you $10, like, you know, you do better than me or something, you know. And so if you got an A, you'd get an A, and you wouldn't care that you lost like $10. But if you failed the test or you did badly, it would be like an insurance for bad results. You know, so you'd either win money or you'd get a good grade on your test. Basically, that was our system. Consolation prize. Anyways. Ready to get started here in 10 minutes. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Weiss Monster, relatively new subscriber to the stream. JCS. We were talking about ICC 5-minute pool ratings. I haven't played on that site much in the last 2 years, but I was saying to Zen Chess that he was too strong to be 1700 in the 5-minute pool. There's probably some changes in the last 10 years. So basically, Bob owes you $10 if you do badly. Used to lie and say I did well on tests just to make people feel bad. Do they believe you? Okay. So Morales is here. Underrated character. Zen Chess 1961. What is up with that blitz rating? My god, he's given me some fits in recent games. I was lucky against Zen Chess the other day. I won, but I was like lost in one moment. I was losing the exchange in our last game, and it just came down to time pressure where he blundered, you know, the last blunder. But I feel like he's playing really well. Anyway, Zenchess, thanks for coming back to our stream in our American time zone stream, we'll call it. Lots of people looking at the tournament, kind of standing there on the sidelines in the chat box. I don't know what to call that. I'll call it the chat box under the box for chat room. You can see all the people hanging out in the chat. Just played a nice game in the club. What kind of time control, Spectacular Camel? Like over the board, long game. What is that? Camel Culture put like my name and then like he put a, what do you call that? Never mind. All right. White Sponsors feels like I'm a bit overrated. Yeah, well, wait a minute. The World Championship's starting in a couple days. It's all this exciting stuff. Elections in America. I went and I voted today, but I did it in the morning, so there was like no problem with like lines and that was good. I was afraid there'd be like a lot of people. They didn't even ask for my ID. That's good. That's a good sign. Right? There'll never be any voter fraud if no one asks to see your ID when you go to vote. Does that even make sense? Like, how can they not ask for your ID? I'm like, would you like to see my driver's license? They're like, no, not necessary. Oh, that's good. I'll just like bring my friends and we'll just pretend to be the neighbors or something. Anyway, Spectacular Camel, 2 hours and 5 second increment time control. Maybe if I play increment, it'll do better. I've been playing 5-0. The weird thing is I think you're really good with increments, Zenchess, actually. I would say you're excellent at management of increments. And honestly, I've only been playing increments for the last couple of years. I was kind of bad at it at first. Like, it happened that I lost a game to Teddy Coleman once when they started doing, like, time delay. I remember back in, like, 2003, I literally, like, blew this game because I was trying to make him lose on time and increment. It took me a while to get used to. Time delay is a little different, but it's basically the same thing. It took me a while to get used to it, and I'm still not used to it, The 15-second increments, what have you, 30-second increments, rather, most commonly 30-second increments. Anyway, I'm just babbling, guys. Well, that is right for voter fraud. Absolutely. I mean, I just, like, registered, like, the neighbors who I know are, like, 98 years old, and then bring my friends or something, or whatever. You could easily do voter fraud. It's really scary. I mean, I live in a really, I don't know what you call it, like between rural and suburban area with not that high a population, but still. They really need to check people's IDs. I mean, that's ridiculous. So anyway. All right, let's get started, guys. 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to play Blue Eye. I'm not gonna play Blue Eyed Albino. He's too good. I'm gonna like make him play Camel Culture and just duck the first game. Then I have to play Zenchess, which is even worse because he's underrated. Although it's not a rated game, so that shouldn't really matter. What I really want to do is win. It doesn't matter like who I play. You can make the board blue. Actually, speaking of making the board blue, Yabatis is really good at that. Spectacular Camel is like an expert with the blue board. He can do it even when the board's not blue. He can make it look like a blue board on camera. From what I understand. Laluo, all you guys are underrated. I'm underrated too, though. I lost 60 points for a forfeit 2 days ago. Link to the tournament. Here it comes, Bob. Coming your way. There it is. It's not on the lichess homepage. I hope you mean the tournament. Well, it hasn't. I don't know. I mean, does it link? It should link. It has to be there, right? Can you guys check to see if it's not on lichess for sure? Why would the tournament not be linked? It's in the custom tournament section if you scroll down, said Zenchess. Yeah, that's not hard to find. You can see all those guys down there. You're just not looking hard enough. Are you even allowed to vote in person? Don't you have to be living at your residence for the last 30 days? Well, actually, JCS, I can probably vote from Hungary at the U.S. Embassy. But, like absentee ballot or whatever. Oh, you figured you'd have to vote absentee. I don't know what the rules are. I don't make the rules. But I've been here I've been here almost 30 days. Anyway, it's close. 27. Don't tell on me. Alright. Sparklehorse, Blue-Eyed Albino, Camel Culture, Zen Chess, 10-year-old Kinshasa, Yabata, Esmeralda, Weiss Monsters, Laluo. Alright. So, I don't vote in Hungary. I'm not a citizen, so at least I should be allowed to vote here. Anyways, I should be able to vote somewhere. I'm not like a non-citizen of nowhere. But anyways, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I'd vote by hand. I mean, I can't believe they have like hand ballots. Some states don't even like keep a paper record, like New Jersey doesn't have a paper record of voting. I read somewhere. What? Anyway. Alright, we're going to start some chess here. So, Sparklehorse, Blue-Eyed Albino, Camel Culture, Zen Chess, I read it out. We got 10 players thus far. Hopefully 15, actually. Artie Fufkin, Nikola Chess, who I know from Hungary. Sladgie Fan, who is otherwise Bob. We know that. Kyle Cuver. In Hungarian, Cuvée is like a kind of blend of red wine. Stuk. Alright guys, let's get started. 144. What else happened today? Oh yeah, I told you the turkey story. Turkeys on people's cars. Paper voting with no IDs is certainly not more secure than a well... Yeah, man, I mean, the way I voted today was like from the 70s or something. Except it goes in that machine. You know, that's the only thing that feels like kind of modern about it. You put it inside this box or whatever. Sucks it in. That's kind of probably rigged by the Russians or something. No, I don't know. Voter fraud. Alright, Sparklehorse, Blue-Eyed Albino. I guess we're going to play. I mean, I don't want to... I was just kind of joking about dodging my opponent. Psych. Konnichiwa. Hi. The only words I know in Japanese. Konnichiwa, are you really Japanese? Or are you just like saying konnichiwa? We haven't had too many Japanese viewers. Chess is not all too popular. Sometimes there were some Japanese players who came to Budapest to play in the tournaments there. Domo Angato, Mr. Roboto. Saki. Alright, we're ready to get started. Guys, you can check out my lectures on chesslecture.com. There's a couple free lectures on chesslecture.com that I did as a warm-up videos for the World Championship. Carlsen versus Caruana. Check them out. They're free. chesslecture.com. Alright, so what are we going to do here with Blue Albino? It's too hard to say Blue-Eye Albino fast. We'll just call him the Blue Albino. I think that's easier. What happened last time we were white against Blue Albino? I don't remember. It's that gluey pieces again. When I click them, it's hard to pick them up. Why is that? The hedgehog. Uh-oh. Blue Albino is like secretly... What was his name? Wait a minute. What was the Ukrainian guy who used to always play? I can't even remember a month ago. Who was the Ukrainian candidate master who was constantly playing and doing well in these tournaments? Can somebody say? You remember JCS. He would get angry and accuse everybody of being a computer all the time. He liked to play the hedgehog. The hedgehog's really tough to play. And it's also really tough to play against. But he played d5 instead, which is not technically a hedgehog. Now it's a non-hedgehog. Some kind of Queen's Indian with my rook on e1. Bombist, right. Bombist, exactly. He was Mr. Hedgehog. This is lame for me already. But like Magnus, we don't need to get an advantage in the opening. I mean, basically, I think when you play c4 on move 1 or move 2, you can't really expect to gain an advantage. Bombus was a candidate master I didn't know. I mean, you know, we can only speculate, Bob, but it felt that way to me, you know. Even if he didn't have the candidate master title, I mean, judging by the level of his play, I award him the candidate master title. You know, if King Crusher is the typical candidate master, then Bombus was probably close to that level too. Alright, A3, prototypical candidate master, I would say. But maybe not, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but Bombus did awfully well against me for someone who was weaker than a candidate master. Now F5, that's a weird move. That's really aggro. Mega aggro, I would say. Yeah, JCS like saying he's close to FM strength in certain positions more than others, probably. My rook on E1 doesn't do a lot for me. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm like gonna drop a piece with B4 here. I don't like my position. I just have nothing and no plan. This is reminding me of a game with Bombus. This is seriously reminding me of a game with Bombus. I'm like slightly worse with white right out of the gate. Wow. I can't believe you took with the queen there. Breathing a sigh of relief after that move. I mean, look like ED, black is like better. Now he's only equal. Although, like, F5 might be construed as a weakness. Realistically, I don't think it is one. I'm basically black now. Does positional play mean without a clear plan? Maybe, in some cases, it's a code word. It can it can be like that, I guess. You know, it's hard to see how the rook on E1 would ever be able to contribute to white having a position of strength, really. I'm always going to have something like I'm being black when I have that type of move in early in this kind of structure. Wow. 94 now. Okay, so let's see. That's awkward. You know, we got to get rid of that piece, basically. Bearing down. I think we take it, and then we play knight h4, and we trade the bishops, and we go back with knight f3, and we try for some sort of play on the white squares. I guess we might have something different. But it's a clear plan, and I like trading bishops off when the other guy has the bishop pair. It's kind of a catchphrase, but I think it's a valid one. You want to eliminate the bishop pair from the equation. So I want to eliminate that bishop from the equation, period. I might want to play b4, but he has f4, probably not an issue. Or is it an issue or not? Queen b3, queen f7, something like that. There's b4 break on the queen side I might want to play. But I gotta watch out for bishop c3 and whatnot. Knight f3 followed by b4. Alright. We need play. And we need it fast. Just the first game. I outclassed him positionally. What? You mean Bombast? He was fast, you know, and reasonable. Not, I wouldn't call him bad positionally. He oftentimes just played too fast, so he just, you know, was like capable of playing positionally, but he chose not to because he was more concerned about just trying to flag you. I wouldn't really call him like an anti-positional player. My heavy pieces are passive. Well, I mean, this game is largely about king safety pawn structure. Right now, the heavy piece is not a huge factor, though they will be, you know, very soon. Minor piece, bishop versus knight. Important formula here, you know. But blue-eyed albino is strong. I mean, he's got an even score against me after 6 games. We don't know too much about him. But I think he's possibly even underrated at 2272. But I say that about everybody. It just makes me feel better about my low rating. All right. Soltico could beat him, but Soltico could randomize the position. Soltico has the multi-styles. That's actually a great skill if you can play more than one style. To be able to switch up. One of my greatest strengths in, I would say in match play. And when I talk about match play, I'm talking about playing many games in a series, particularly in blitz, against the same player. My greatest strength there is my ability to change styles. Queen d5. This creates an interesting dynamic. This is a debatable decision to play d4. But I was really, really not liking a1 being cut off. And we can pressurize his a pawn now. But somewhat unsound said they didn't like queen d5. I don't like the black pawns. I mean, you may be right about that, but I thought queen d5 was a major candidate move, to be honest. On paper, whoever that player is somewhat unsound has a point, but weaknesses are like the tree that falls in the forest, okay? The tree that falls in the forest doesn't make a sound, you know, it doesn't make a sound if you're not there. If the weaknesses are weaknesses on paper, but are these pawns actually weaknesses in reality? Like, can I actually attack them? If I can actually attack them, then they are real weaknesses. But if not, then not. So it's a tough. It's always a tough call. You know, they look ugly. Yeah, they're like kind of an Isolani and all that stuff. But at the same time, you know, it's difficult to really judge. Okay, what's happening around here? Can we prove these are weaknesses? I'm like having weird phobias. Those trees are falling. The trees are falling, baby. I hear them falling. Paul Bunyan is like, wow, clump. There goes one. There goes the second one, and now the third one. It's like pawn snacks. So point taken there. But I think I was fortunate because there were many ways he could probably have averted that disaster. Essentially. Yeah, it was really a disaster. All the pawns go. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Alright, Blue-Eyed Albino. I think you had a good game. I think you might have been slightly better, even close to the endgame stage. But you had to keep the situation flowing, you know, with initiative somehow. Maybe F5, F4, G5, like trying to play to activate that bishop once I play D4 quickly. All you can eat. Alright, so somewhat unsound kind of calls it, but I did not anticipate that would necessarily come to fruition. Got a great vocabulary for you guys. We're not just any chess player. We have the awesome words like fruition, we could say. Anyway, not too many chess players can do that. Sorry about that. Weiss Monsters lost from Peace Up. Didn't listen to the stream. I agree with your assessment, Blue-Eyed Albino. I think you were better for a chunk of the game. Yeah, very bombast-like. So Quam is in the lead with the quick games. 3 played already. In the time that I played 1, he played 3. Shinsia. Ginsu. Guys, please support the stream. Let's see some donations out there, please. Please. I'm panhandling again, Bob. But Dim donated 101 this week. Fishrat Cal 100. Zen Chess. Cuvée. So Kyle Cuvert. Alright, let's just play our blitz repertoire. I'm not going to mess around with weird openings. I like to play in 5+2. What I know, F6 is a weird move. Well, he's probably playing knight H6, knight F7 type of stuff. Wow. So what is this? The Damiano defense? I don't know the theory of this well enough. I mean, it's supposed to be just good for white. I think that years ago, you know, chess players weren't certain, or even, I guess, even then they knew, but anyways. The last time I checked this with an engine, which wasn't that long ago, white was just like winning. But there might be some tricks I'm not familiar with here. You're not going to mess around with weird openings by choice anyway. Okay, knight e7 doesn't look right. You got to play queen e7 and then try to, or king f7 also. Try to do something to trap my king in the corner. Like when you play knight e7, my queen, whatever that is. When you play knight e7, you basically don't give yourself any way to potentially trap my queen on h8. And that's the only kind of justification for this type of line. In fact, I think after knight takes e5, maybe you can play queen e7 here. Is that some kind of ridiculous line? But I don't think the Damiano is a good opening for black, obviously. But I don't want to fall completely behind in development either. Okay, I didn't pay attention to my opponent's rating. I mean, I suppose I should say, okay, he's 1100. I should berserk. But, you know, a lot of people don't have... They don't have a rating, really, that's even relatively correct. So I kind of stopped even... Honestly, I almost practically stopped paying attention to people's ratings. I mean, at least when I first played them. I mean, now I know he's really, really 1100. But a lot of times you play people and you're just not really sure. So I guess I should have berserked. Yeah, but again, you just don't know, you know, what you're getting when you play someone for the first time. A lot of times it's not really clear. Now I'll go into my lecture about how you should resign in arena tournaments when you have a lost position because of the structure, how like you're not rewarded you know, for playing longer games. You're rewarded for basically just winning games, like losing, and you're not punished for losing. That's the other reason why resigning is okay. You know, there's no real punishment for losing. You just want to play as many games as you can and win as many games as you can. Read the what? The Riot Act. I didn't berserk. I didn't see his rating was 1100, but if I had, I still would have been reticent to do it. You know, sometimes the 1100s play pretty well. We've got a legitimate 1100. Okay, Back to the tournament. Well, that was fortunate that I won quickly. Sladgie fan said he's not going to play this week, but he's back up there taking people out. Who did you take out now? Who did Sladgie fan take out? He got a 1400 Ignis Arm, who's pretty good, by the way. And now he's got, now he's got Zen Chess. Bob is in trouble. Bob, can you do it? Can you pull an upset against Zen Chess? Those guys were both here early. Noticeably absent today is Acerbate. I'm a little bit worried. He's always here. You know, I mean, I'm not sure it's healthy to always be here, but at the same time, I'm always here because it's my stream. But anyways, anybody see Acerbate around in the Discord channel? You guys can check out my Discord channel, Pub Sladgie. I think Soltigo City wasn't going to make it today. Our moderator. Quam usually does pretty well. He plays quite quickly. Now this guy is like solid. He's from Azerbaijan. Was he always from Azerbaijan? I guess so. Alright, so E4. For some reason I thought he was from a different country. That's weird. But it's possible. Okay. Man, I almost couldn't pick up the pawn. I let it run to 7 seconds left. He's too solid to do the berserk. I like my increment. I don't like to lose my increment. Oh, Acerbate's probably watching Baywatch? No, he's probably watching the election or something. Everybody's like pumped up about, you know, the midterm elections in the United States, so I think a lot of people are just, it's almost like a sporting event in the United States. I just, it's like, you know, the NFL or something. Bishop G5. Alright, let's try G6. This kind of throws people. You don't think he's watching another streamer, do you? Queen D2. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. That's the main move. I really confused him. No, it's not really the main move. The main move is taking. But bishop, you know, whatever. Queen D2 is fine. There are quite a few Arena King streams. So we're missing quite a few people. Mean cheating? I don't like talking politics, but one thing I can say is that the more relevant politics is in our lives, the less happy we are. It shouldn't be publicized and stuff. Well, I mean, yes and no. Like, my town doesn't even, like, tell anyone there is an election. There's not even any, like, signs that say, hey, there's a election going on. Cheating on me. Oh, you mean Acerbate's cheating on me? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't mean to, you know, talk about politics. I don't like it all the time either. Just some of the time, but I don't want to be partisan on the stream. But it's like computer cheating. You can't ignore it completely. I mean, it is a big deal, you know. So that's probably where he's at. It's a soap opera, exactly. But it's like a really good soap opera, you know. It's very intense. Knight takes e4. Like, look at this variation. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4. Knight takes d4, knight takes d6, check. That's, like, awkward. Anytime you try to do knight takes e4, it never works. That's my general working thesis on that. Anyway, I could do, like, knight takes e4, knight takes c6, probably. I'm just not gonna do it. Just don't. Like Anatoly Lyon said to my friend. Just don't. Just don't. Just do not. Nike's new slogan. I love soap operas. A good telenovela. Alright, Bob. Let's bring it on. Is Bob taking out... By the way, is Bob taking out Zen Chess as we speak? Camel Culture's here. He's pretty good. He's kind of hiding there in 7th place. Got the blocker knight. That's always a pain. You can never do anything on the b file with the blocker knight in place. I have a friend who's like obsessed with sacking the exchange. He would do like bishop h6, bishop h8. What do I do? Bob has been upended. Now Shinsia is leading with 10 points quickly. Quam usually gets off to a fast start. Right, if the knight goes to b3, I mean, we always have options to play a5 and c5. Absolutely. a5 is huge. But it can be blocked by knight a4. But then again, knight a4 can be hit by c5, so maybe we're in pretty good shape there. Right, okay, so very subtle Tigo. Very subtle with the bishop e3. I don't mind to see bishop e3. Infinite Flash Chess. Even if you're talking about politics, what good do it ever do on Twitch to talk about? We're just filling in the time, basically. It's just a filler. Infinite Flash Chess. Just shooting the shit. Shooting the proverbial shit. Queen b7 and a5, a4 is a good idea. This guy, whoever he is, somewhat unsound. He always has relevant suggestions. I like that. You know, when I did watch other people's streams, usually poker, because I don't watch that many chess streams, I was always very thoughtful, you know. I don't like to interject stupid ideas. And not just on streams, but when I analyze and watch other players analyze. One thing I'm very cautious about is like making suggestions. I don't like to look stupid in front of other people, so I'm not one of those people who like, hey, look this, do that, do this. I like to be kind of like really careful about my suggestions, and I'm somewhat reserved. I don't like to be wrong in analysis. All right, we may be looking at a case of g5. But we've got a5, a4, so we've got some weird tricks. No, this is cool anyway. Bring it. 10-year-old Scotch. Yes, Bob brought up a very important thing. I wanted to make an announcement, but I kind of let it slide because we had like 5 seconds before the tournament was starting. Eric Schiller passed away, and a lot of people, maybe younger people, don't know who he was. But Eric was like a just prolific chess organizer, national master, and the author in the United States. And I have a close friend of mine who was very, very close to Eric, who went to see him, you know, right before he passed away this past week. And Eric Schiller did pass away, I think. I'm not sure, maybe Friday. But yeah, it's really, really sad. He was unwell. He had been very ill for a long time, but that's the big news in American chess, right? So yeah, he was a massive giant in American chess in the last 30 years. Really sad. It's really sad. So g5 here. Yeah, he stopped a4. We're not going to be sacrificing a piece then. Just do the usual. Give me the usual, please. So if you don't know who Eric Schiller was, he was everything like an organizer, a master, author, just a universal chess personality for the United States. Spectacular Camel donated 10 bits. Where is Merle Dixon? Use that RIP gif. But makes me think Merle Dixon's not here, and someone else. So Acerbate and Merle Dixon are missing on election day. Highly suspicious. Maybe Acerbate is secretly running for office or something. Spectacular Camel knows his chess literature, so he no doubt knows, even though Spectacular Camel is not American, you know, if anyone who knows anything about chess literature in the last 30 years knows that Eric was involved in publishing, editoring. He was an arbiter. He was like press for some major events, like even World Championships. I don't know, that he was close to chess.com, because the chess.com is run by people who, just kind of are very young or came out of nowhere in the last 10 years. I mean, chess.com didn't exist the last 10 years. Eric Schiller existed for like 30 years, so chess.com is kind of a new kid on the block chess-wise. I wouldn't necessarily expect them to recognize something like that, or know to recognize something like that. But it looks like a 10-year-old is getting busted here, dragon style. He's got like lots of weaknesses around his king. Rook b4. So I didn't really know Eric. I maybe met him in passing a couple times, but we never got to know each other. He's, an older generation, 20 years older than me, more or less. But yeah, he was friends with a lot of my friends and people who I know well. That's heartwarming. Hopefully not true, Bob. Very upsetting if it is. Alright, so we just take here. We're breaking through. Break on through to the other side like the doors. Oh, this loses a rook. Alright, too much pressure. Do I remember Eric Schiller playing with the board? Yeah, sure. In my earlier years. But not, he was already inactive-ish by the time I started to become one. By the time I became a master in the early 90s. Eric already didn't play very much. We rarely would see him actually playing in tournaments. Typically do bulletins, organize, stuff like that. All right, so we're, again, honoring Eric Schiller, R.I.P., for a great, chess personality. Interesting person. He was in linguistics. He had degrees in several different languages. I think he went to the University of Chicago. Very bright guy. Well liked and respected. But anyways, the tournament here, we've got 31 players, and Quam is out in the lead playing many games. He's very quick. It's amazing how he has 5 games already. But that's the spirit. You got to play quickly, berserk, try to play as many games as you can. I'm criticized by many people as not playing as many as I should. Okay, Morales. I was like on my mobile phone today, and I was doing something on Facebook, and speaking of Spain, I was like opened my phone, and my phone was like this girlfriend I had in Madrid. Her Facebook profile was just like popped open in my Facebook profile today. I was like, what? Why is that there? Makes me think of Morales. Or Madrid. I don't know where Morales lives, but I love Madrid. That's my favorite Spanish city. Keep talking. Whoa, there's something happened to my Twitch stream. It just like reloaded itself. So anyway, my ex-girlfriend just suddenly appeared. Well, Antonio's in Barcelona. My friend Jose Gonzalez is another one of my Facebook friends. Is in Barcelona. They pronounce things differently. He's from Mexico originally, but man, something weird just happened to my Twitch stream. What is going on, dude? There's an advertisement on my own Twitch stream that like played itself. American Ninja Warrior. What is going on? I just got unlogged in. What just happened to my Twitch stream? I was like logged out of my Twitch stream randomly in mid-stream. That's kind of creepy. It may be election hacking or something. Another thing happened last night. Man, maybe the Twitch is having problems. Another thing happened last night. Right before I went to bed, like the power went out. Okay, I'm talking too much and now I'm messing up. Election fever hitting me hard. This is a little weird. I don't normally like to allow the structure to occur. It brings back bad memories. Some other games I lost, but maybe on the positive side, we can confuse Morales or something. Alright, we'll just pretend we're playing the Birds defense to the Royal Pez. No, okay, just keep telling me. I was getting ready to go to bed and the power went out. I thought, oh my god, it's an attack. That's what they instill in us, certain people, right? Anyway. Man, this is... Morales just keeps coming at me with the b3 just right away. What are we going to do about that rolling center? I'm going to have to bring my bishop back to e7 to not get blown off the board, it looks like. Whoa. That wasn't the plan. Cooker Pepsi. Anyway. I didn't mean to start this constant political stuff. I just thought it was funny that like the power goes out, like the only time it goes out is like the night before this major election. Like, oh my god, maybe our infrastructure has been attacked. Something crazy. But it was just somebody like probably hit a telephone pole coincidentally in my neighborhood. Castles. And white is just better. I mean, strong center. Center is better. What's up in the tournament, guys? Quam usually gets out to the fast start. Then he starts getting more points and starts getting strong players, and then they get slowed down. Nikola Chess has 8 points. Wow. It's a great start for him. He's one of the lower rated players in the tournament at 1369. Yeah, the fear-mongering. Well, it is kind of odd, you have to admit. Like, the power hasn't gone out until the night before the major election. Yeah, they got to me. I'm afraid. Bishop a3, interesting but kind of committal for Morales here. It's like the Grunfeld or something, where I have no center at all. Wonderful. Life is not going to be easy here. What if I play d5 and he takes on e7 and I take on e4? Crazy question. d5, bishop takes e7, d takes e4. Bishop takes d8, d takes, e takes d3, and I might be good there. So if I play d5, he takes, I take on e4, he has to take back on e4. Then I take back on e4 with the bishop. He takes on d8, I take on d3. So he takes on e4, I take on e4. He takes on d8. And I lose a piece, right? Let's just double check. d5, bishop takes e7, d takes e4, pawn takes e4, bishop takes e4, queen takes e4. That's a problem. I'm just losing a freaking piece there. Man, that sucks. I can't believe it. Should I be surprised? I don't have a tactic here. We could try a different approach, like e5 or something, giving up the f5 square. Genius. I really don't know what to do. Bail out, make a lame move. As a full-time American, let me assure you that your fears are 100% justified. No, actually, I live in a place where the power goes out pretty regularly in the winter time when there's storms. We here in the Northeast, Soltigo, our moderator, probably has similar stuff in Maine, but power is not necessarily secure. If someone like breathes on it, the power goes out. So don't be worried if my stream is down one day. It's not election hacking. It's just somebody, flipped a switch, the wrong switch. Soltigo lives off the grid. He lives in the woods somewhere. No, just kidding. Now we have d5 for reals. Uh-oh. Morales, we have d5 for reals now. d5, bishop takes e7, pawn takes e4, pawn takes e4, bishop takes e4. Oh no. Master of Tactics. International Master William Pascal, the Master of Tactics. What did I miss here? Probably something important. You can count on it. We did miss something important. But we'll do the best we can. Oh my god. What the heck? Queen takes h2, check. Better than mate. Knight g4. I was prepared for this eventuality. We're not happy about it, but we'll take what we got and live with it, I guess. Happy, happy. Joy, joy. Not great. The last move probably wasn't the best, but I had to do something. We got outplayed by Morales. From the get-go. He's an expert in this opening. I mean, literally. One of the most tech-savvy guys to watch the stream, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't just let anybody help me run the stream. Guys, I may not know anything, but I recognize other people who don't know anything. Alright, rook on f2c, and he's not one of them. Yeah, Bob. That's enough, Bob. Don't even start with Soltigo, okay? Please, because you're just... We know you have an ongoing war, but let's not poison the stream with it. Rook on f to c8, putting pressure on c3. I thought his last move, rook f1, should have been the move. Instead, he played knight f4. Can we focus on the tournament here? Guys, tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Weird Wednesday. We're doing 12 noon. I'd like to just mention that. Please support the stream as well. If you guys can support the stream with a donation or bit donation. Wait, somebody donated today 10 bits. We had 10 bits for Spectacular Camel. It was big, but thank you. So he's going with knight takes e6. Rook e7 seems kind of greedy, but one of those moves is like too good to be true. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. That's my comment on this. I think I miscounted something here, man. I seriously don't know. I mean, I didn't think I was losing material. I'm losing a pawn. What the heck? Why do you deserve to be a pawn up? It's not fair. I might have had rook e7, but he had bishop c2. I don't think it worked. You know, I think his combination was sound. Basically, I eliminated the sacrifice on e6 because I saw there's at least like 2 ways I could play. So he'll never do that because I'll be able to pin his knight to his queen, but he had bishop c2. Make Luft, not war. Stupid bumper stickers. Bailing out. Good draw, man. Good game. You're just better the whole game. And nothing but the game. So I'll help you, Bob. Back to the tournament. Well, I'm feeling not happy about my streak starter gone. I could benefit from being a tad more materialistic. Dim, good to see you. DIM. I could possibly benefit from, there's something to Bob's comment in my own game that I've been like materialistic and really stressing that a lot in my teachings. But I think that Bob has a point that there is a situation where you go too far with one concept, and probably I have a tendency to be, not materialistic enough in trying to prove my point about materialism, being overdone. I don't know why, where exactly in that game it comes into play. I mean, it was more a miscalculation, Bob, than like voluntarily, more voluntarily allowing knight takes c6. I thought, when I looked at the combination, I thought, okay, it's not an issue because I have rook e7, but then, looking deeper, wasn't really well. I didn't want to lose a pawn. It wasn't like, oh, no problem, I'll lose a pawn. I mean, it's an endgame. I'm just like losing there. It's not something I want to get into. This guy is Aldo Arriaga from Mexico, 2300. Wow. Okay. Someone said there's no high-rated players in the tournament lately. I don't remember. We played once before, but it's been a long time ago. So I guess you shouldn't be so rigid with any belief. Absolutely, Bob. And you couldn't be more right about that. And the older we get, the less we know. That's according to my mom. But no, like the older we get, the less flexible we become, and that's something we have to rally against. And I'm middle-aged, and I see it in my own thinking, that I really have to fight against, saying the same phrases over and over. Like you can find an example the first moment you stop to think about it. But it's true. Bob's right. Chess-wise and otherwise, you gotta really try to be open-minded, because being closed-minded is the best way not to get better at something. Okay, so knight to c3. Where did this guy come from? He came from lichess somewhere. So turkey farm. I had a great turkey photo today. Turkey on top of a Saab convertible in a parking lot. Do you guys know that new commercial series for Farmers Insurance? We've seen that. Basically, it was like that. It was like a perfect example of one of those commercials for Farmers Insurance. Like this turkey comes out of nowhere and like claws your like convertible soft top. It's like sitting on a soft top Saab convertible, and no, it was like a new one. Knight takes b5. But I'm just thinking, like, this is the perfect commercial for that insurance company, We've seen that. Could you imagine, like, making that claim? Turkey clawed the top of my Saab soft top. Turkey farm. I wonder if I played this guy once before it was a Blumenfeld, isn't that weird? Like, it's possible. I would be good to develop my knight at some point. It would be good to develop my knight at some point. I'm not super happy about this. Something noticeably artificial about my position. The lack of development of the knight on b8. Wow, he reacted so naturally to the Blumenfeld. He plays against it every day. Good solid system for white here, and I'm out of book. Not sure I was ever really in book. I have a bad feeling about the move queen b6. I don't think that was the right idea for me. I think I went out of... Well, basically I went off the map. Went off the map with queen b6. It feels like it should have been here on d8. Probably supporting bishop f6 and that challenging that bishop and being able to recapture with the queen. I don't feel like we have enough compensation for the sacrificed pawn here. Knight e5 though. Wow. Another move that just makes my queen look stupid on b6. It should be like on e8, but I can't go there because I'll drop knight c7. I feel like first off I just have to kind of cover all the weaknesses. And hope that Aldo is not a great endgame player. I don't know. You know, here we are, a pawn down again. William is not too materialistic, not materialistic enough. You know, here we are again. Oh no. Bishop g4. Triple exclaim. Which brings me to another story. I said Bill, because many people call me Bill instead of Will or William. And I saw a funny book that talks about this recently by the very famous writer Kurt Vonnegut, who had a story called Slaughterhouse-Five. Very famous novel. I'm screwed now. Very, very famous novel. So I'm just screwed. Immediately screwed. Seriously? Wow, dude. It's like I'm just totally screwed. Trying to tell stories and I'm just screwed. This guy is like monstrous. Well, I'll just resign here. I can't defend e6. The heck am I going to do? Plus this is a problem? What am I going to do about that? Are you serious? I'm just going to resign. I mean, this is just hopeless. What the heck? What was that about? I'm just lost in like 6 moves. There's no defense. Rook a6, knight c7. Nice game. Perfect game, no inaccuracies. There wasn't much time to make an inaccuracy, but it was 0-0-0. Alright. Anyway, let's just cut the losses there. I'm not going to waste my time. Should have played on. Yeah, only -2. That's the spirit. Rook a6, knight c7. I mean, what? Why would I play on? I mean, it's an arena. So that was a great game. But I was saying about Kurt Vonnegut and Billy. He said, I never thought of this, you know. I always thought Billy was like a childish name, and I didn't like when people called me that. But Vonnegut makes the point in his novel, Slaughterhouse-Five, that Billy is a good name because people remember it, number one, and it also makes people feel like you're like their close friend, like right away. From the salesman, kind of. My dad was a salesman, so he would have appreciated this. From the salesman mentality. Very interesting point that I was thinking about today. Oddly. Give Aldo your stream. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Aldo is playing perfect chess. We have the same problem with our names. Yeah, I mean, Billy is childish, but it's very familiar, and it makes people, kind of feel like close to you, and it's friendly. So if I was a salesman, it would be superior. Edwardist Eddie, yeah, Eddie is like your best friend who works at the strip club. Absolutely, Bob. Yeah, just talk to Eddie. He's he'll hook you up. Don't worry. Camel culture. All right, please don't play as well as that last guy. This guy, I don't know. He plays like he played the whites. Most people don't really have a set system against the Blumenfeld. He just reacted like he plays the Blumenfeld every day. You probably faced the Blumenfeld like 1 in 200 games. He just like it was falling out of bed last game. Had everything ready to go. That's pretty unusual. All right, so knight c3, g6, e3. This is my preferred system. I don't really believe much in g3. I think this is the better way to go. A lot of strong players feel the same way. Right, so here we are. And maybe Camel Culture and I have had previous games in this line, now that I think about it. So here we are again. Lucky I had no time. Well, why did I waste any time in the first place? That's the question. I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat Aldo, if he keeps playing like that. I just took with the b pawn. The main line is bishop c4. But maybe it's better that I didn't do it, because last time Camel Culture was pretty well prepared for bishop c4, which is a line that I play with black as well. I'm not sure what I did wrong in the last game. I think we point the finger to queen b6. Basically, when you play the Blumenfeld, it's a very risky gambit. I did a video series on it for the chess world. When you play that, you can't afford to make any mistakes. It's like playing the Aliekin's defense or something. You give yourself a very small room for mistakes, and you make one, and you're just like in big trouble, which is what happened against Aldo. I can't afford to put my queen on b6. It was misplaced. So, hasta la vista. This is too passive for white. I have nothing here. Not playing the openings very well. I'm just enjoying talking today more than playing. Camel Culture's in first place, so let's see if we can out-technique him somehow. I don't like these type of structures. I don't like to play the Tarash. I don't like to play Tarash, for the black side type of structures, basically. I typically play better from Camel Culture's side of the board in these type of games. But I had no time last game for a reason, because I knew I screwed it up by putting my queen on b6. It's not good. Although even there I could have played much better. I still don't have a line against the Blumenfeld. So, well, most people play either bishop g5 or the accepted, like Aldo there, but there are a lot of other options like gambit type of stuff as well. It's not something you encounter often. That's why it's a good weapon, because people aren't prepared for GCS. That's why I'm playing it, why I've been playing it, and why it's been successful for some other good players. But like people like this guy are rare, 90 out of 100 players, even master strength, don't really have a line against it. And he was just like, okay, it's like, I know this opening perfectly. Very, very rare. Karchi took you down. Karchi is, I didn't see him in the list. Well, there are more players than the 20 that are appearing there. Okay, bishop b7, so good structure here for Mr. Camel Culture. Bishop takes, knight c6. Can I do this? Do I want to do this? c4. No, not necessarily. Alright, let's try something a bit more active. I don't think I can justify a c4. I'm just going to create really big play for black with rook c8 there. So I can't do it. Not in good form. I'm a little bit foggy-headed. Not foggy-headed, but I didn't play today. I'll confess. I'm not warmed up. I was very busy with other stuff outside of the chess world today. So unfortunately, it would have behooved me to play a few warm-up games. I'm still not warmed up. Maybe by the end of the tournament I'm going to be warmed up. But unfortunately, that's too late. Wow, he doesn't defend e7. Thinking outside the box, but that doesn't always work. Bishop takes... Wow, that's a weird move. Bishop takes e7. Crazy. Rook e8, bishop d6. This is just nuts. What a conception to sacrifice your e7 pawn. Speaking of not being materialistic, okay, well, whatever. C4 again, knight c6. Bishop takes e7, rook e8, bishop d6. Bishop takes e7, knight c6, bishop d6. The magic move. I mean, it will be awkward, kind of no matter what I do. Anyway, let's just try it. You only live once. I don't know what else to do. He insta-played it. Okay. That's some serious, deep calculation there. Wow. What a judgment. And quickly, too. So I'm going to be groveling for a draw now. Pretty much. My favorite occupation, basically, today. My opening is horrible. You know, every game I get a crappy opening. Yesterday. Last game, well, that rook, did you see that? It was on e8, and then it changed to d8. That's really messed up. How did you do that? That's like a magic trick. Here. Wow, Camel Culture is a genius. That was an awesome trick. If I play bishop takes g7, knight takes e2 check, king over. How bad would that be? Bishop takes g7, knight takes d1. That's not good for me. So, here we go again. Another bad position. Wow, that's an insane move to come up with. Rook c8. He doesn't want to win a pawn with f6. He plays instead rook c8 first. Wow, dude. Okay, maybe I can play rook d1 and try to hang out. No. Just slightly worse. But maybe it's not lost. You know, maybe he should have taken the pawn, in other words. Look, see, it's natural, Bobby. You're the one that's talking about not being materialistic. I mean, he literally just passed up on winning a pawn. It's exactly what you were talking about. The opposite, in fact. This game has been incredible by Black. Strategically. Just genius play. From beginning to end. What is happening here? He's playing like Rubinstein with his king. I mean, my god, dude. I don't know what you're talking about, Bob. Why he didn't take on d4. Well, I mean, he was afraid that f6 would have weakened his structure ever so slightly and given me counterplay on the 7th rank. But I'm saying that's a really, really deep consideration. You know? That's extremely thoughtful. Most people wouldn't stop to even consider it. Camel Culture's best game ever against me. Now this was a totally inconsistent move. I don't know. He's literally going over there to h4. Now I get it, I guess. But it seems kind of weird. Sort of tricked me somehow. Play is amazing. And the speed is insane. I mean, I know I'm bad tonight, but he's playing like a monster. King d6. Interesting. Wow. Wow, my king's cut off? Seriously? Look at that game. My god, dude. Wow. Did you see this game that Black just played? Damn, dude. I mean, that is a brutal game. I was winning. Oh my god, I was winning with d7. And I didn't do it. I played king a6. Totally missed that my king was coming here. Wow, that's embarrassing. Man, that just ruined the entire game. I was winning with d6 and I didn't play it. That's crazy. Strange. I wasn't confident. Alright, we're looking good today. 2 losses in a row. But seriously, that marred his game. I thought he played a perfect game, but that was bad. Wow. Allowing d6. I thought he was a genius, but he just bluffed me. Just had d6. That's crazy. Wow. Alright, I would say nice game, but it was a really good game till the end game. We both played like idiots. But that's terrible. Why did I not see king c6? Zen Chess and Camel Culture. Zen Chess said, oh, yeah, I'm not going to play well tonight. He's playing like a master. Camel Culture has a draw in the first game against Zen Chess. Wow, they fixed it, basically. Yeah, we both played like idiots. In the end game, I'm not... Why would I lie, man? I mean, that's the truth. There's no way players of our level should have allowed such a mistake like that. There's no way, Bob. That's not okay. You know, That's not okay to make that kind of mistake. It's not okay under any circumstances. That's not an acceptable mistake. I mean, we make a lot of mistakes, but something that fundamental in the end game is unacceptable. Like, there's absolutely no way I should be streaming chess and missing d6, and there's absolutely no way he should be 22-43 and allowing me to play, d6 king c6 and win the game. I mean, that is idiotic. It really is. It's totally, for a beginner it may not seem like, oh, it's just another mistake, but it's a mistake of the magnitude that needs to be, absolutely. No, but it's not true, JCS. We have an increment there. This is not 5-0. Really those kind of mistakes shouldn't happen at that level of chess. For master level players, there's no way. That's unbelievable. I was gonna look at the game and think, I was expecting to see that he played 16 cent pawn loss, but to see that I was winning, and man, that's terrible. All right, testosterone. My opening repertoire is shaky. Now I can't play e3 here; it's just too weak. We had d4. There is no really good move for white in this position. g3 is the only move. Antonio says, I'm not allowed to stream as well. You're playing too bad. I mean, I'm going to just cancel my stream after that blunder. I mean, that's embarrassing. To not see... I saw d6, but I don't see king c6. Man. But he's guilty for allowing it, It's a mutual blunder of a level that shouldn't happen. Absolutely. I mean, I have high standards for anyone here who is over 2200 on lichess. Should never allow that to happen. 97. Plenty of unworthy streamers. But I don't like when I play badly. I'm playing like crap today, and I don't do that very often, but I can be the first one to admit it. So we're not even competitive here at this point. We're just we're lost 2 games in a row, getting totally smoked in the openings by everybody. Every single opening I'm worse or have no advantage. It's unbelievable. Testosterone is another player who plays the opening like a master, but then he tends to kind of let up in other stages. So is Zen Chess winning, Camel Culture second. I'm out of contention. Aldo, what's he doing? He played really well against me. Okay, so this position, I had this against Grigory Kaidanov once, I think. And the game was something like d5, c takes d. One of my teammates had the same position last month. d5, c takes d, knight takes d5, knight to e3, and black should play knight to e7. But there's also knight to b6. Testosterone now has some tricks with b4, e4. I don't know if I want to allow that. Funny, I could make touch move. I never thought about doing touch screen. I have touch screen. I never thought about doing touch screen touch screen when I'm streaming. Touch screen when I'm streaming. Hug everyone. We need hugs. Alex says, see everyone, don't know when I'm coming back. You're done with it. Alex. You're in a disastrous chess period. Dude, take it from me. I'm in a disastrous chess period today. F4. Very aggressive. But don't be so hard on yourself. You're not gonna... And after I called myself and my opponent an idiot last game, but you're not... That's fine. It's just like passing frustration, but don't quit, You can take a break, but don't quit. It's okay to take a break. It's good. It's healthy to take a break from the game, but just don't quit. I'm surprised how badly I played today because I had a really good exercise. My brain should have lots of oxygen. I just didn't. I didn't play at all the whole day, so I wonder if that just totally cost me. Normally I get warmed up after a while, but even after losing to Aldo, I felt still against the... But again, it's the openings. I keep getting bad positions consistently. Against Aldo, against... last game against Camel Culture, another bad position I don't like. Second game in so many games. Maybe not a bad position, but just a variation that I don't really like. I don't know why I chose to play what I played against him. This feels sort of materialistic. Testosterone making a pawn sacrifice. An ambitious and interesting idea. I don't know why I chose to play the non-book variation against Camel Culture last game. I guess that was just not taking him seriously enough. Because he's never beat me down that bad before. I felt like I was getting beat down. I mean, it didn't look like a beat down. It was kind of a technical game, but he was outplaying me from start to finish until he blundered in the rook ending. I was just in an awful position right out of the gate. So guys, please support the stream. Thanks again to Dim and Fishrat Cow Zen Chess. We're going to be back. Confidence is the food of the wise man, but the liquor of the fool. Good Chinese proverb. Sounds like a fortune cookie. Absolutely, but true. Man, this is brutal. 5+2 tournament. Just got smoked. Testosterone. Testosterone is excellent in the opening, but he needs to stop and improve the other aspects of his game. Focus on other stuff. So you're good at openings now. That means you need to improve the other parts of your game. The time has come. Okay, e3, f3, that's the problem I keep running into here that I'm not super thrilled about. Maybe it's not that bad. Don't take your abilities for granted. Bob of the phrases. Are you playing now, Bob, or you took the tournament off? You're done now. You're in commentating mode. You thought Testosterone was 2,000 plus. Maybe in the longer time control. No, he's the same. Yeah, he plays like he's 2,000 plus. He really does. His openings are excellent, you know? Seriously. I wonder if I should play 92 here. It looks too passive. But another opening where I'm not that dynamic, and I mean, the problem with Camel Culture, my game with Camel Culture is just the position where I'm not familiar. Playing B takes C in the opening was a bad idea. And then the next game, the first game before that, was also opening prep holes. Excellent move, G4. Wow. That's a good move, Holmes. What am I going to do? I'm just trying to make all my pieces work. But he's got this clamp down on F3. Basically reduced to playing for cheapos. Well, there's a lot of players on my stream who playing the opening better than other stages of the game, and I think it's a congenital disorder. But that's always been the case, where people really love opening theory, and it's easiest to learn opening. It's fun, you know, and it's always been a case where a lot of people oftentimes learn the openings first, and then, like, you know, later the middle game, the end game. But I think that we need to encourage people to do the opposite. Rook b6. Wow. So there's some tricks around here. Bishop takes e7, queen takes e7, knight d5, bishop d5, rook b6, bishop e4, pawn e4, queen e4. I think I can pull this off. I'm going to win an exchange. But it's going to be a little bit tricky because he's going to have a strong passed pawn. But I don't see a better path than this. I could just recapture on d5. Maybe that's not a bad idea. But it leaves me with no material advantage. Okay, a pawn up. And I hope this is controllable. I hope I didn't misjudge this. Controllable. f3. f3 is kind of dangerous. Bob says I'm not materialistic. But this is an example of materialism, this game. I went for the material. It reminds me of someone gets in a hobby. Yeah. Too much opening knowledge out there and not enough end games and middle games. Definitely. So, wow, d3. Okay, I found the move. Wait, I have this? And still he's got scary play. Oh my god. Oh my god. What am I going to do? Wow, bishop d4. Nightmarish threats to f2. I have rook b3. He has rook f3. He has an answer to every freaking move. He's starting my c4 pawn as well. Wow. I can always sack the exchange. I mean, that's very likely what will happen eventually. I mean, I'm up a pawn and the exchange here. And the black king isn't all that safe. Where is he going? He dropped a piece. That was a great fight. He's 1700. Man, Camel Culture just a step ahead of Zen Chess at the moment. Nikola Chess 1369 though. He's going down. I don't know about that game. I'm still not in great form. We got to make a run for it. We got to start berserking. Problem is I didn't get enough caffeine or something. I need a little more adrenaline to play this tournament. I'm used to playing the rapids and playing a little slower, and the adrenaline never kicked in this tournament. Camel Culture just gone crazy. Quick draw, he's winning every single game he plays. Beat me, he beat Shinisia. The other guy is not very high rated though. 22-38 performance thus far. Alright, so Nikola Chess, I'm going to have to berserk, man. I mean, I'm desperate now for points. I might have to berserk all my games from here on out. We got 40 minutes left. Maybe we can play 4 games. We got to do it fast. But I think I had a lack of adrenaline. That's the other thing that was bad for me today. Until now, I was like not angry, not hungry enough. You know, even after losing the first game, I was like, yeah, whatever. And I mean, sometimes you might say like the rated tournaments would be better motivation. Perhaps. Thanks, Bob. You've always got something positive to say. It's a plot of a very boring movie. I mean, it seems like Nikola Chess is playing better than 1300 here. Already. Dim made a mistake berserking. Looks like I did too. He's not playing like 1300. Well, maybe. We'll see. He's played some tough games against me. Although he lost them all, they weren't like whitewashes. They were always like kind of grinds. It's a positive comment. Okay. That's very positive. It's a movie. So that's the positive side. Anyway, guys, thanks to Dim for donating 100 bits. That at least enhances the mood a little bit here. Give me something to play for, guys. I was now seeing Camel Culture and Zen Chess just dominate the tournament. Take back. I don't want to play take back. He's an opening expert as well. Man, this guy is just coming after me. Is this even good for white? It's way more aggressive than you get from the typical, let's say, guy who's 1369. But kind of correct aggression. I don't know too much about Nikola Chess's game. He lives in Hungary. I played maybe an offhand game with him or two, but I don't know too much about his game, you know, actually. He's kind of self-taught. Not a classically trained Hungarian player. But we need to make it fast to get back in contention. It's already too late, but if I could get to third place, I'd be happy. Zen Chess and Camel Culture just dominating. Camel Culture doesn't have a great score against me, but today he just totally dominated. But again, I didn't like my position. I played that move quickly in the opening. But last time I had a tough game against him too in the same variation. He seems to be very well prepared. Zen Chess said he made a mistake berserking. Well, you're doing pretty well there, so I wouldn't complain. Aldo Arriaga, who beat me, also a little bit slower to the top. Yeah, exactly. We start having an argument about, is chess a waste of time? The list of famous people who probably said that is extensive. Interesting. So knight to d4. Provocative. Whew, I'm close to making blunders too. Wow. I mean, he's playing this move pretty quick. Got a good eye. Knight e6, bishop f6. Knight f3, we take it. I almost played some insane blunder. At least I haven't done that. You know, like, I missed king c6 against Camel Culture, but I haven't hung a piece or, you know, made some kind of absurd blunders. Against Aldo, I basically was -2, just resigned because he played perfectly. And I was in an arena, and I don't want to play on in a bad position when I can play another game. But against Camel Culture, okay, he outplayed me, and then we both blundered in the ending. Still, I haven't made any really crazy moves. Knight takes f7, winning a pawn here. He's like Mr. Zwischenzug, you know? Do you see this? Every time I make a move, he has to do like a Zwischenzug. You get people like that sometimes. It's almost like a psychological battle. This is probably a stupid move by me, by the way. I mean, I had knight takes f7 instead. Okay, this is actually a good answer, though. Pawn takes. Because bishop takes c5 should give him good play. This is much better now. Still not an easy win. Bob just likes talking shit. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Excuse my French. Yeah, it looks like Nicola's gotta have problems with the clock above all. He's been consistently slower than me. Bob, you're the biggest shit talker in the stream, man. And everybody knows that, so I don't think you should be insulted. It's like a fact. Okay. Queen d2. It doesn't mean that everything you say is not good, just that you know, you do say a lot of stuff that's sort of to provoke controversy. H3, it's a compliment. I meant you know, the best shit talker in the stream. That's why I said it. I meant it in a positive way. Pretty blunt. Alright. Let's just win the game and try to get another game and try to get closer to the lead here. Berserking all my games. He didn't really have a plan, and he sort of blindly went into the pawn down position. Fundamental good game is his fundamental game is good. Young mate though, panicking, a little panicking in time pressure. Might be a little too nervous. All right, so Camel Culture dominating. Arriaga's played like my pace. He's played 5 games. He won them all. No, he did draw with Nefedov. Wow. Good job, Nefedov. Must have caught him in a... Wow, Nefedov. I thought it would be like an e4, e5, but it looks like it's a queen pawn game. Nefedov probably winning, but agree to draw. For me with love. Alright, so it's a little late here. Takeback's played a lot of games. He's in 3rd place. He's looking like I could overtake him for 3rd place, but I'm not proud of my result today. I don't want to see my performance rating. 2039. Wow, good job. Morales dragging me down with that draw. But actually, it wasn't a bad game. Zen Chess. We've got to beat Zen Chess. I can't take another Grand Prix attack or whatever the heck you call that. I can't do that anymore. Nefedov, I looked at the position and it looked like, you know, one of those positions where you basically take a draw when you have, like, strong play or something. So Zen Chess plays this crazy move here. I don't know this line. Bishop e3. Wow, what is that? What is Bishop e3? I'm going to do something insane. Insane in the membrane. He just closes it up. Wow. That's also insane. Okay, but my position is pretty weird too. This is just weird. He played g5. Oh my god. Well, I know what you do, Nefedov. You have this, like me, this ability to make too many draws, and when you do that, obviously, a strong chance that those draws are in many cases good positions that shouldn't have been drawn. This is kind of weird decision by Zen Chess. You know. He's got the bad bishop, and he fixed the king side, so, I mean, it should be, like, pretty good for black. Although, you know, his space may compensate for the bad bishop aspect. I think Capablanca would be content with black's position, though I'm not necessarily better in reality. I would ask, though, where he's putting his king. Perhaps. I'm not complaining. For the black side of Caro-Kann advanced variation, this is not so bad. We have no bad pieces. Basically just he's stopping c5. He's playing it in a kind of passive way. Pawn h4. You know, relative liability, of course. What would George Meyer do? He would love this, probably. The German grandmaster who plays the French so well. Two good knights against bad bishop and knight sort of scenario would be something he would appreciate, I think. This is not a good game to let's say, like, Berserk. This is what I was talking about. Two knights versus bad bishop and knight. This move could cause problems and discomfort. His structure is pretty weird, but big butt. That's a big butt. What am I supposed to do? A5 next. George Meyer would play for f6. Like, how are we going to do that? I love it. Wow, queen c3. Oh, that's one thing I did, I should mention about Zen chess. By the way, he is, and I've mentioned this before, he is a monstrous defender, in my opinion. So we do this, we enter the complications. Enter the dragon. He's an excellent defender, excellent player Aldo's there, my vanquisher. That should be interesting. Somebody played Queen d7, Camel Culture. Speaking of George Meyer, he played Queen d7 in the Towers French. It's like a kind of modern line, subtle. The picture of the happy pawn structure. The ideal pawn structure. I will remain with the mighty knight there on f5. Whatever happens, happens. Knight c4 is possible, of course, take back, but it doesn't change the evaluation objectively. I think that black is still okay. Well, now we have a choice. But I'm taking on e3 here. There's a small problem with knight f6 check. We're going to have to be extra careful. But I don't think it should be that bad for me. Unfortunately, king f8 allows knight d7 check, so I can't go to f8. Could try king d8. That looks pretty dumb. Crazy. It's raining. It's raining all the time. This move was definitely not on the radar. He's got a subtle threat. I guess we should take this first. Take things first and ask questions later. Man. I can castle queenside, dude. I like that move. In fact, I like that move a lot. That is double exclam. So I don't even know what the material is. I'm up a pawn. I'm up. But I don't feel like I'm up a pawn, you know? I feel like I'm being spatially just pushed back. It's pushed back. Spushed. Spatially pushed back. This totally doesn't seem right. I think he lost it. I mean, that's a pawn. Maybe he didn't realize I could take with a rook. Or maybe he did and he thought my extra 2 pawns are backward extra 2 pawns. But this is bad for white. Even our cynical Bob will admit. You know those people who, like, you play a tournament game with and they basically write on their score sheet like annotations to their game? Occasionally you'll see little kids do that. They get real excited because they got a new chess book and it has like exclamations and question marks after the moves. So basically they start annotating their own games. Maybe that's what Wesley So was doing in the US Championship when he was like writing notes on the paper. Alright, we took out Zen Chess. We feel a little bit of revenge here for those losses, although it wasn't against Zen Chess that I lost. So the masters here, rising to the top, the highest rated guys, all sort of dominating. I'm right behind Aldo, who has a pace. He was held to a draw by Nefedov. Good job, guys. Camel Culture, who's he playing? Uh-oh, Aldo. So Aldo's playing that French, that Queen D7 French. Camel's in good form today. This is Camel Culture, not a spectacular Camel. I don't know about the other Camel. But I can't condone camel clutching, so we're going to call him Camel Culture. Nefedov, oh no, you don't even start. No, you don't even start. Dude, don't even start with Nefedov. No, we're not going to draw, and I'm going to berserk to fluster him. We're going to fluster him somehow. Got to get him flustered and get him in a position he doesn't normally play. Something out of the box. See, obviously Aldo didn't get him out of the box. Already he's a little out of the box. I mean, Nefedov's playing d4. He doesn't know it, but he's playing d4 with the white pieces right now. We got to take him out. Well, he's playing d4 down a tempo. He plays e4. Now he's playing d4 down a tempo. So that's kind of weird. I wouldn't say a good choice, you know, unless he's been studying up. Nefedov was up 2 queens when he accepted the draw. Wait, are you serious? Because I must have seen a different board. I didn't see the board closely. I thought it was a perpetual check or something. What, he had like seconds left or something? We got to take him out with a berserk. We're psychologically intimidating him with all this commentary. So far, he's following one of standard sort of reverse Grunfeld lines. But does he know all the subtleties? No. He doesn't normally play d4. How the heck can he play d4 with colors reversed? It's like absurd. So, what are we going to do? Needling. That's an older expression that many people don't use, JCS. That was one of my father's favorites. Old school. You never hear anyone say that anymore. Basically forgotten phrase. Bishop g5. Theoretical antiquity. From the phrase department. You basically don't hear anyone under the age of like 60 say that. Okay, e4. This looks familiar. I've definitely had this in like a blitz game before. I mean, I've seen some games where decent players would do this. It looks wrong for black play e4, but there are some legitimate players who have used this type of setup where they overextend their e-pawn and had some reasonable results. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did the opening score, you know, check the opening score here and say black had kind of reasonable results. Not sure about this move. Nefedov likes to exchange pieces. Tempt him into a queen exchange. Our only chance is on time. Nefedov. I mean, queen takes c6, rook c8, and rook takes c4. I wasn't super convinced by it, though the chances are I was probably good there. Now he probably has a much better option somewhere. Queen takes c6, rook c8. I don't know. That wasn't that convincing. Wonder if about, I don't know, my last move, what do you want me to play there? And rook d1. Actually, what am I supposed to play, man? I didn't see anything really better here. Okay, I have a tricky idea for you, Nefedov. I have a tricky idea for you. Depends on what you do. That wasn't what I was expecting. So, let's keep the tension going. Somehow. F3 isn't realizable. He's crafty. It's like the Beastie Boys. Uh-oh. Now, wait a minute here. I'm sensing a miscalculation. Our miscalculation sensors are going off. He's not a tactical wizard. He's a very good fundamental player, but he does make miscalculations sometimes. Especially if he's in time pressure. Very good strategically, very principled and correct. Good opening, you know, book, kind of. I don't know what to call it. You know, good opening repertoire. But he gets flustered sometimes, and I'm just scooping some pawns here. So, we got 15 minutes left. Try to make a run for it. Camel Culture just totally crushed the tournament, including beating me, though he scammed me in the end game with a slimy, illegitimate plan that should have been refuted. Alright. No, that doesn't work. I have to go here. No, that doesn't work either. Come on, dude. What are you doing? What am I supposed to play? What's wrong with this move? Oh, Nefedov. No. No. Seriously, dude, what are you doing to me here? That is not nice. We're just going to have to beat him on time. He even found counterplay here. He's getting one of his pawns back, but only one. I'll be generous with you. Oh, no. You shouldn't have done that. You had bishop takes d5 and queen takes b2, and you know, that's not so clear. But now, no, I'm not letting you get away with this. That was an interesting variation there, like bishop h3, rook e1, queen f3, d5, defending against mate. That's fortunate. Bishop takes, you know, rook takes d5, queen takes d5. Defending against mate. Nice. Lucky that I wasn't lost there. I have increment, right. Good point. Yeah, that's important to know about. Why do you have to tell him that? Man, major blunder by our moderator. Whose side are you on? You're supposed to be the moderator. You're supposed to be on my side. You're like telling him I don't have increment. It's totally outrageous. If you were a hired opponent, if you were a hired moderator, I'd have to fire you now. If I was the president. Man, look at him. No. Nefedov doesn't have an increment either. He's got mouse problems lately, too. Oh, I lost one of my guys. Rook b8 and he's hanging on. I'm not streaming, you told him. Alright, Camel Culture Zen Chess. Well, Aldo lost to somebody? Whoa. Shinsia. No, he lost to Camel Culture. Oh, wow. So Camel Culture just dominated everybody. Except for the first round. Bye against Zen Chess. That's nice. I'm getting a subscriber. Oh, that's a casual 7 days. Okay. Let's go back to the tournament and play another game. Well, at least you slowed down Aldo for me, guys. Thank you, Camel Culture, for securing my continued presence in third place. Though Shinsia could come up, and Takeback's still lurking back there. But Zen Chess is within striking distance now for second place. There's no way I'm catching Camel Culture, who deservedly won the tournament today. I guess no one's going to catch him. Unless Zen Chess beats him here. But even so, Zen Chess doesn't have... Zen Chess doesn't have the streak starter. You know, without that, it's going to be almost impossible. Shinisia. I'm saying Shinsia. I said Shinisia. I didn't know that was even a name, Bob. That's messed up. Sorry, Laluo. He messed up every time. You had the flame. A streak starter saving my butt. But I'm not getting a game, guys. Come on. We have 44 players in the tournament today. 43 viewers. How do we have 43 viewers and 44 players in the tournament? I'm not a viewer? That's kind of weird. Dude, why am I getting multi... Oh, Quam. Alright, Quam's fast. I'm not going to berserk against him. I don't like berserking against really fast players, even if they're much lower rated. That's dangerous, you know. I need to reserve that ability to kind of outplay them based on the board. And I need to increment to do that. I should have thought about playing a5, maybe. But that's anti-positional. I don't know, this is just a standard position. By a weird order of moves, felt like. Now f3, not really critical. Oh, I allowed knight c5. Damn it. You didn't see it. I'm just kidding. It was all a lie. It was all a lie, guys. Just trying to trick him. Yeah, this is annoyingly solid. Annoyingly solid. It's difficult playing this guy because he's super fast and kind of reminds me of this Hungarian master who I've had trouble with in Blitz, Tamashi Peter. He doesn't really do anything, but he does it really fast and really simply. He's good at doing nothing, basically, and turned it into like this amazing Blitz ability. He knows how to not create weaknesses and just sort of move fast and play weird openings and stuff, and particularly effective. And we're gonna have some micro advantage here. Just vacuuming the board. He's used like 3 seconds, dude. I mean, if he played a little slower, he might even do better. wonder if I play this ending. I mean, I only have 8 minutes left. How does he defend this? I'm surprised he didn't trade queens on c5. Now he's just lost. Like, well, it's a clear pawn down. I mean, Juicebox Wizard, what's up? I know that the stream time might be weird for you in Cambodia, so it's 6 a.m. there, man. That's not easy. Yeah, this is b4, what I expected. What, am I stupid or something? Alright, well, maybe I'm winning this. But it certainly wasn't a good idea. It wasn't well played. I really did a really crazy thing there. I made some really bad moves in this ending. This is like the worst possible opponent I can get when I need to win a game quickly. I should have played e5 before. Now I'll never have time to play. Well, actually, it might help me if he loses quickly. If he loses in 1 minute, that wouldn't hurt. Now, why didn't he play king c5 there? You've got good endgame technique. How can he not have more games? Are there enough pawns on the board to win this? Becomes a really interesting question. That was a major mistake. I definitely should have played. I probably should have played g5 first. But I think that this is... Oh my god. That's a great move. The game's never going to finish, and we could go on forever with him. He'll play like 800 million moves. So, Aldo is going to pass me. Testosterone. Just hold him off for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Can you last 5 minutes? While I try to win this ending. This is like the nightmare game you don't want in that situation when I need a quick 4 points. This is a terrible move by Kwam. g4, absolutely impulsive, putting a pawn on a white square. I thought that's just a bad idea. See, now he's tied down to the g4 pawn. That's going to give me a lot more liberty on the queen side. This was a totally huge mistake by white. Now what does he do? He just dropped the pawn. Hopefully we can win the game in time at least. He resigned. Well, I mean, truthfully, he's going to lose. It's a matter of time. So we got time for one more game, possibly. We're not going to catch Camel Culture lost? He lost to Zen Chess? What is this? Wow. You had to lose to Zen Chess? You guys are like friends or something. I think there's some fishy stuff going on. They had to draw in the first game, and now Zen Chess conveniently wins against Camel Culture. I think they're doing some fishy stuff here. Friendly game in the first round, then the guy who needs to win wins there to protect his second place. I don't know, man. We'll have to submit that game to the analysts. One more game I could possibly win in like 1 minute. I'm getting greedy. I want to... Yeah, he's probably going to win. Zenchess is going to win anyway. Zenchess, oh my god, I just hung my queen. I was going to win 5 points if I won. You hung your queen, good. Stuke. Right. Play as dynamically as we can against the 1000 player here. I have literally, 2 minutes. But don't take too much time. He's got a collie system for me with 2 minutes left in the tournament. No. A4 is a bad move for white. Obviously. Oh, that's irritating that he had to do that. Bishop B5. Trading pieces. I mean, this is already a good position for black, but there's no way I'm going to win in 2 minutes unless he does something crazy. He's starting to do crazy stuff. Is it crazy enough to lose quickly? Even so, I won't catch Zen Chess, will I? Ah. Alright, maybe we have a chance here. But we need to win quickly. We need to, mate him. Win his queen. Yeah, but I can't win in time. So Stook, you lost to him, Laluo. That's a major upset. Oh my god. He played Bishop G5. Probably should have played F6 there. He's not lame if he doesn't resign. I mean, we can't force people to resign. I'm gonna lose. There's no mate. There's just no mate. I can't pre-move here. He defended against the mate. I deserve third place in this tournament. There's no question about it. I lost to Camel Culture and against Aldo. I mean, what else, should I expect? I have to beat these guys, and I didn't do it. So you get what you deserve. I still can't figure out a way to win this game in more than 10 moves. In less than 10 moves. Anyway, guys, it was fun. A fun tournament. Camel Culture totally deserved to win it. Zen Chess deserved to finish ahead of me. And I deserve third place. Aldo a little slow. dropping a critical game in one spot. Slow in terms of racking up points, though. His play against me was awesome. Man, he's good at not getting mated. That's basically... Yeah, that was pretty smart, actually. Some people are, like, especially skilled at that, delaying the mate, you know, like when they're down 10 pieces. It's a skill they develop because, seriously, when you're 1100 or 1000, I mean, you know, that can make the difference between beating the other guys who are 1000 or 1100 or whatever. You know, I mean, it's a real skill. I'm being serious about it. Look, you see what I'm talking about? He literally, you know, avoided the mate. It's like, and again, you know, it's like ridiculous. Not too much longer. Unfortunately, this game does not count toward the tournament. So, that's it. Camel Culture with a performance. Dropping that last game ruined his performance, basically. I mean, he is only 22-26. I thought he played far better than that. Zen Chess, 1960. I was performing 21-24. Not my best night, guys, but Camel Culture played well, deserved to win the tournament. Zen Chess was second. I'm in third. Aldo, a new player, played very impressively against me, though he did drop one game. Shinsia, yeah, I knew that Zen Chess was basically, you know, not serious when he said, "Oh, I'm going to play well tonight." Shinsia, Laluo, Morales, Take Back Quam, and Yabatis round out the top 10. We had a total of 44 players. I want to thank you guys for playing. Acerbate is here. I didn't realize you had showed up. You had shown us up. Acerbate. We almost missed you. Yeah, it's not bad. 44. We've had over 50, even more sometimes, but it's not bad. 44 for the stream. So thanks, guys, for watching and for playing in the tournament. Tomorrow will be Weird Wednesday. Unusual openings in Blitz and Rapid Chess. Thanks to JCS for moderating today in Saltigo's absence, and thanks for playing. I'm International Master William Pascal. These are the Pandas. Hello. Hello. And we will see you guys tomorrow. So hopefully some weird openings, some interesting games tomorrow. 5+3 through 7+3 Blitz as a customary time control. Thanks to Dim for donating today 100 bits to the stream. And Zencha said I'll get my rating back up. This didn't help your rating, obviously. 1961. Embarrassing. No, I'm just kidding, man. You're a little underrated, as most of our good players here on the stream are. But rating isn't everything, and you probably wouldn't be playing in an unrated tournament if you cared a lot about your rating. But I will, again, be here tomorrow, 12 noon, Weird Wednesday, unusual openings, and thank you guys for subscribing and supporting the stream. Nefedo, don't forget to mention the time zone. So 12 noon tomorrow Eastern time. That's USA Eastern time. Thanks, Nefedo, for reminding me. I just kind of take for granted I'm kind of stationary here at the moment in the United States, which wasn't my plan, but I may be remaining here for an extended period of time. I'm not sure how long. So we have the Eastern time, which is just arrived. It's no longer Eastern Daylight Time. It's Eastern time here. So that's it. Anyway, thanks for reminding me about that. Dim, thank you. See you guys anyway tomorrow. So have a good one. And hopefully, well, it'll be a different world tomorrow. I will see you later. Bye-bye.